Raglan Road is one of our favorite restaurants in Orlando. It's located in Disney Springs. We've been before and we really enjoy it. If you want a way to visit Ireland without actually visiting Ireland, Raglan Road is how to do it. The atmosphere completely transport you to an Irish pub and you'll hardly know the difference. Not only will you be eating a meal, every evening there's live entertainment with Irish folk musicians and singers. If you want to hear some of the live Irish music that we experienced during our visit, make sure to watch to the very end. Reservations are highly recommended as Raglan Road fills up quickly, but you can make a reservation either through the My Disney Experience app or on OpenTable. Everyone at the table was served complimentary Irish soda bread. We also requested that they bring butter to the table, so if you want butter, just make sure to ask. It's not something that they automatically bring. There was also a special dipping sauce that they brought for the bread, but we preferred butter instead. The bread was super soft, it was not dry at all, and combined with the Irish butter, it was amazing.
For my meal, I got 2 appetizers. The first was the Nom Nom Wings, which were a sweet and spicy chicken wing that's tossed in honey, chili flake, soy, and ginger sauce. The wings were really delicious. However, I would have preferred them to be a little bit more crispy. With the wings, there was a honey mustard sauce that came with it on the side. It was very good. My second appetizer was the Dalkey Duo. It was actually a unique presentation with these fried sausages on forks. I've never had a fried sausage before, but I was glad I tried it because it tasted delicious. Along with the sausages came 2 separate dipping sauces. One was a mustard and mayonnaise, which was very good. The second, however, was the buffalo apple sauce, and I will say that was probably my favorite sauce of the night. It had a very sweet flavor to it, but then a nice spicy kick at the end.
What I decided to get for my meal was the chicken pie do try, and I'm very glad that I got it. I have not had anything that was that close to the meat pies that we've had in Europe before in America. The crust was perfectly flaky, exactly how you want it, and the chicken and mushrooms and leeks were all in such a creamy sauce. It was just heaven. It came with Colcannon mashed potatoes, and I had never had them before. They were very, very good. If you've never had these kind of mashed potatoes before, they have bits of cabbage diced up in the mashed potatoes. If you don't like cabbage, don't be afraid of trying them. It's surprisingly really good. And if nobody ever told you that it was cabbage, you wouldn't even know. It also came with sticky glazed carrots, and I was so sad that there were only 2 of them. These were probably the best carrots I've ever had. They were caramelized on the outside, so perfect on the inside. It was just heaven.
I decided to try the worth the wait beef sandwich, and it was worth the wait. It had 12-hour braised beef, garlic aioli, sauteed mushrooms, crispy onions, and smoked cheddar on a ciabatta bun, and it was amazing. There was a ton of flavor packed into the sandwich. The bun was perfectly toasted, and everything just came together perfectly. I ordered onion rings as a side, and they were so good. I highly recommend that you do so as well. It's honestly some of the best onion rings that I've ever had. The batter is kind of sweet and really crispy, and the onions are really soft on the inside. Trust me, get these onion rings. You will thank me for it later.
Raglan Road is one of my favorite Disney Springs restaurants. We went 2 years ago. They had a gluten-free fish and chips that I got, and they also had gluten-free onion rings. Some of the best gluten-free fish and chips I've had outside of Europe. This time when we came back to Orlando, I was very excited to be able to go back. I wasn't feeling super hungry this time, so since I love the onion rings so much, I got fish and onion rings instead of fish and chips. The fish was a giant portion of fresh Atlantic cod, deep fried in a gluten-free crispy batter, and it was incredible. It came with tartar sauce, and the combination between the crispy fish and the tartar sauce was just phenomenal. The onion rings were actually probably my favorite part of the meal though. I don't find gluten-free onion rings very often, but Raglan Road really delivered on these onion rings. If you're gluten-free, I highly recommend getting the fish and chips or fish and onion rings. They do have a few other options that you can choose from, but unfortunately there are no gluten-free desserts.
One of my kids got the Atlantic fish and chips. He loves fish and chips, and he said it was very good. My other child got the Little Big Burger. It was just a basic burger topped with Dubliner cheddar cheese.
If you want to pick up a fun souvenir, there's also an Irish gift shop located just outside the restaurant that's basically an exact replica of the many tourist shops located across Ireland.
If you're bringing the family to Orlando to go to Disney or Universal or just to visit, I highly recommend going to Raglan Road. We've been to Ireland before, and it is a very authentic Irish experience that your whole family will enjoy. The atmosphere is very fun and lighthearted, and here's a taste of what the live music was like for us. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more Disney Springs food and travel videos.